Kaitlyn, and you're watching Kaitlyn Today's Holiday Special. I'll be taking you around New York City today, showing you some of the best places to go during the holiday season that will leave you with lifelong memories. And staying with the New York theme, I will be interviewing a Windsor native, Joshua Jackson. This aspiring actor has already worked with big names like Berry Gordy and has even starred as young Simba on Broadway. So Josh, how did you first become involved in acting?
How I started off, me and my cousin, we did a ballot at the mall and we put it in as a haha, and we didn't really think they would call us. So later on in the week they called and we was like, oh, we might as well do it. And it was a little runway at the mall. And they told my mom, you had to pay a certain amount of money for it. And my mom was like, I'm not going to do that. So they sent my portfolio over to a modeling agency. And at the modeling agency, I did classes. And I learned how to act and walk the runway and stuff. And then during that, I guess since they said I was a good candidate, they put my portfolio in To Kill a Mockingbird at Harvard Stage. And that's how I got that.
Can you share with us some of your accomplishments?
My first one was To Kill a Mockingbird. And To Kill a Mockingbird is where I met my mentor, Douglas Lyons, and he played my dad in the show. And one night he came over to my house, and my mom cooked dinner for them, and he was like, "Can I be your mentor?" And I was like, "What's a mentor?" And he was like, "Somebody that can get you through auditions and stuff, and teach you how to go with the ropes and stuff for acting." And I said, "Yeah." So since then, he's the one that's got me through auditions and stuff, and told me to go for this and that.
Wow.
And then after that, that's how I got Lion King. And then during Lion King, we waited in line for 4 hours straight. Rain and snow, everything. It was like everything everything was coming at me not to get this part, but we stayed in line and pushed through it and got through it.
Oh, you got the part.
Yes, it got the part. That's the best part. And my third accomplishment was Motown. And that's where I met Berry Gordy, and he signed a magazine for me, and now I can keep that as a memory for being in that. And I also have a book that's called Play Pals, and it's about non-bullying, anti-bullying, and it's a really good book, and I also sung on it, and I have my own character in the book, and now I'm working on my own demo.
Wow. So you said you've been on Broadway, television, print, and you're currently recording a demo.
Yes.
What is your favorite so far?
I can't really pick or choose because they're all so fun, and I really like doing all of them. But I want to be an entertainer, and being like Michael Jackson and Chris Brown and Usher singing, and then later on going into movies and stuff.
And your very first show was To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yes.
When did you decide you wanted to take it to the next level?
I decided to take it to the next level when Matthew Modine talked to me, and he was in a movie, and he told me to go watch it. So I figured I might as well go watch it and see what does he do. And then I watched it, and I was like, wow, that's really cool, so I want to do that someday.
So how was it being a part of The Lion King during its 13th year, when it became the 8th longest running show on Broadway?
It was really fun. I got two presents for being in it. I got sweatpants and a movie, and being that I was in it for the 13th anniversary, like people was partying and stuff, and we had cake for our celebration, and that was fun.
Now, how was it backstage?
Backstage was basically everyone there was family.
Right.
So being that there was a lot of props, you can get really seriously hurt. So you had to be in your certain spot at a certain time, or you would get hurt. But if you didn't really think about the props and stuff and mind your business and worried about where you had to be, it would be okay.
What was it like working with Tony Award recipients and nominees?
That was mind-blowing because they're such big actors, and you never would think that in your lifetime you can actually be there and act with certain people that have got awards like that. So that was fun.
Now, are you hoping to get one in the future?
Yes, definitely, hopefully.
Now, how did you manage balancing school and work?
Well, when I first started, we lived in New Jersey for 6 months, and that was rough. And me and my mom, sometimes it would be an hour we would have to find parking, and me and her would be tired and stuff. So we decided to move back home. And as I would go to school, I would go back and forth from school. So I would usually, if we had rehearsal early, I would go half day and get all my homework, and then go back to school. And then after after if I didn't have rehearsal earlier, I would just go later because if I had a late show, I would do that.
Right. Did you meet any stars while you were in the city?
Yes, I met Tracy Morgan, I met Samuel L. Jackson, I met Angela Bassett, I almost met Matt Damon, close, and then I met Nick Cannon. He's a great guy. He was basically like family too because my mom would always talk to him and stuff. And then I met a Major League Baseball player.
Wow. So. Now, about Tracy Morgan.
Yes, I met him at Junior's. It's a restaurant in New York, and he's told me he was gonna come to one of my shows, and he told me that sky's the limit, and he wanted me to be in a movie with him one day. And I didn't think he was gonna come to one of my shows, and it was close to my end of my run. And I was like, I don't think he's gonna come, and he did, and I was so happy. And I got pictures and stuff backstage. I gave him a backstage tour.
After all of your work on Broadway, would you like to pursue a career in the theater industry?
Yes, I really will.
With you playing Simba from The Lion King, I'm sure that everyone wants to hear one of the most popular songs. How do you feel about singing I Just Can't Wait to Be King?
No one saying do this, no one saying be there, no one saying stop that, no one saying see here, free to run around all day, free to do it all my way. Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
I'm at the Time Warner Center now, across the street from Central Park South, in Columbus Circle. Come on, I'm going to take you guys on a tour.
Time Warner Center is where we begin our journey. The first thing that you'll notice are the multicolored giant stars hanging from the ceiling. If you happen to be there between 4 and 10 p.m. through early January, you'll be able to catch their holiday light show under the stars. While you're here, though, be sure to check out the high-end stores and grab a bite to eat in their underground Whole Foods market. And for all interested in jazz, some of the best jazz artists perform here. With a trip up to the Allen's Room, the main venue, you can enjoy evening and late-night performances while looking out at the view of Columbus Circle. Located just around the corner of Time Warner Center and celebrating its 150th anniversary, FAO Schwarz gladly welcomes you to their flagship store. It's a child's dream come true when you walk through their doors. Real-life toy soldiers come to greet visitors no matter what the day, just like you saw with me. Explore the first floor, dedicated to a candy bar and life-size stuffed animals, while the second floor is home to the big piano, Barbie, Legos, and limited edition collectibles. With so much to see at FAO Schwarz, it was hard for even me to keep track of time. But now that we're back on track, let's head on down to Rockefeller Plaza.
We just arrived in Rockefeller Center. Here you can see the Christmas tree, ice skate, or just take in the sights.
Rockefeller Plaza is a must-see on this trip to Manhattan. I'm sure you've all heard of the city's well-renowned tree lighting ceremony. After dark, this tree is definitely a sight to see. It attracts thousands of tourists every year, and I hope, if you haven't gone yet, that you soon be included in those numbers. Many of these tourists have even ice skated on the rink below and marveled at the row of lit, trumpeting angels direct opposite of the tree. And just a short walk away from the trumpeting angels is the heart of New York City, Times Square.
So we've walked all the way to Times Square now, the heart of the Big Apple. Come take a look with me.
If you haven't seen it in person, then you more than likely have seen it sometime on your television screen. Once you first set foot into Times Square, your reaction may be one of awe or along the lines of, wow, this is a lot of people. But with the recent addition of the pedestrian plaza, you may not even think that at all. Take a picture with your favorite TV show characters. Order food at one of the many new street vendors. Or even take a peek into some of the stores. And just off the side of this main street is Broadway.
Here we are on Broadway. I'm sure you've all seen this view before. It's where they drop the ball at every single year.
And it is here that Joshua Jackson performed as young Simba. But seeing a Broadway show is an experience of a lifetime, which is why the holiday season is the best time to go. Radio City Music Hall's Christmas Spectacular is a must if you haven't gone this time of year. With dozens of dancing Santas and the famous Rockettes line-kicking across the stage, this is something that you just don't want to miss. Marking their 75th anniversary of holiday window showcasing, Lord & Taylor has decided to celebrate with the theme of holiday traditions around the world. As you follow the windows, Santa Claus can be seen visiting Central Park, a fancy holiday party, and a lantern-showered bridge in Asia. Thousands of tourists, and even the locals, get in line to see the store's fantastic displays. But there's big display competition on every street corner. Why don't you be the judge of the next one? For many of you, Macy's has played a big role in your holiday season experience. It may even be considered the store that helps keep much of the spirit alive, with big sparkling letters spelling out the word "Believe" above their entrance. I guarantee the sight of it in person will bring a smile to your face. By the time the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has officially kicked off the season, Macy's Herald Square, located on West 34th Street, has already lifted its curtains on its world-renowned window displays. Since the 1870s, Macy's has put on fantastic window spectacles and was the first store ever to create such a display. Every year, the store shows the story of the famous holiday movie Miracle on 34th Street, and to accompany it, a new, innovative theme. For this 2012 season, the creators decided on the magic of Christmas. Macy's Herald Square is a store that you and your family certainly must visit on a trip to the Big Apple this holiday season.
Another place that you have to visit is Union Square Holiday Market, here on 14th Street.
From Macy's to Union Square, the fastest way of travel is by taxi. But if you want a new and different experience, the subway is a great option. For a low fare, you can catch a train or two straight to the center of the holiday market. I recommend taking the Q or N train, which is only a 15-minute ride. Once you arrive, I'm sure the signature candy cane striped tents will be the first thing to catch your eye. With golden lights strung overhead, vendors flank each side of the many walkways. Kicking off its 19th annual holiday market, Union Square offers more than 100 tents to choose from, all with their own unique products and style. Anywhere from handmade crafts to red velvet macaroons to wacky hats, you'll be able to find practically everything that you need for this season of giving. So when you and your family take a trip up to New York City during this holiday season, be sure to visit these memory-making locations. You can find more information about today's holiday special on my website. And thank you for watching Kaitlyn Today. Tune in next time.
Free to run around all day, free to do it all my way. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Oh, I